Hi, welcome back to Dial Twang. I'm Dave. David Lindley passed a couple of days ago. Since then, I've just been remembering, you know, uh, listening to those Jackson Brown albums when I was in high school, junior high and high school, when it started listening to them, and just being captivated. I mean, just almost in a daydream up over this his guitar playing, and just didn't really have a lot of video footage of things back then. It's just kind of like I almost had this. When I finally saw David Lindley, I was like, "Oh, little guy," But it's kind of, it's just so cool looking, But I just hate this sound in the audio space of my parents' stereo and him playing that guitar, and it turned up way too loud most of the time. He just seemed larger than life, and I'd never even seen him, you know. So just wanted to, share that. This isn't a David Lindley piece that I just played. It's just a little piece of me that's clearly influenced by him, and really probably the whole fractal of him being on the planet, just the influence that he has. And heavy mellow. That's what that dude's heavy mellow. Man. It's just beautiful stuff. So I'm going to show you a little thing in E major. Go over the chords real quick and just give you some ideas on how to uh, get into a little heavy mellow yourself, maybe. Okay. So it's E major down to the 5, up to the 5 if you like, then the 6, 4, A, back to the 5. Play it down here if you want. Okay. And so a lot of that kind of, Telecaster sound of like sort of steel sounding licks. But, I mean, you know, it's so eclectic because he's playing that lap steel and stuff, they're running on empty stuff and all of that. And again, I'm not just emulating him in this video, but, it's kind of just pointing out that you can really do a lot with a little bit of that steel mimicking, with on your guitar, especially Fender guitars, especially Telecasters. There's just something about the elasticity and the whole physicality of the thing that really lends itself to that. So I kind of opened that one up with a kind of a lick of my own. It's off of the E, that shape. And I'll what's note is that's the third. I'll roll that up, slide it up into like a fourth. Just do that a lot. Just kind of a sound like. I'll do it coming down like that too. Right. You've probably seen me do that. I've probably shared that one in some other videos. Some of you that twang often. So that's just, kind of a nice approach. It's also a nice closing lick. This time I probably featured it a couple times. Kind of a pickup to the progression. And has so much in common with that sixth chord, of course. It's relative minor. I mean, you're practically making that chord, that C sharp minor, right? When you're doing that, you're really, if you think of it as sort of a, uh, uh, a caged, I guess like A minor shape type thing, right? And you're and that major 7, uh, uh, of the E sparingly. I like that, and, I think I did a so a lot of major pentatonic stuff, and I'm not gonna go through every lick of it, but just, kinda start at the top of it here. I'll put the track on, and I'll just stop it, and I'll just show you kind of the framework of it, right? And see where we are in this progression. Looks like we're right at the end. Great. And you can just play those pentatonic blues licks. Right. Let's stop there. That's kind of a good one, right? Um, so a lot of this business in this E major pentatonic. Nice move to the 5. You can do some of that other. If you don't want to get that elaborate, do more of just kind of a straight run on that E major pentatonic. Right? When it goes to that 5, man, that's that 1 to that 5. And there's a lot of good, heavy, mellow stuff you can do right there. And this position. Right. That doesn't really go to the A there. But that you kind of hear that. You can kind of take that flat 7 sound of that 5 chord. Right. That's a dominant sound. And that's more of a major sounding just a plain major sounding triad on that A, right? So there's a little either there or you can just kind of tag that on there, right? You don't really have to phrase that out. It's almost like an extension of this other lick once you get to the 5. That's a very, very David Lindley esque move right there, right? And sometimes they'll just do a single note. That's what's so nice about it is it's not all that kind of flashier pedal steel licks on the Telecaster. It's a real rock, mellow version of all of that stuff. It's just something really special about it. So that's a good move, right? Just from the 1 to the 5, and then of course gets from that 6 to the 4. There's some good stuff there. Sorry. So try just in the chords in different places and some of those embellishments that are right there, that you're used to. E. All right. So let me do some kind of slower versions of that. Don't worry about the whole phrasing of it as much as this where these shapes are, and then do your own thing. That's nice. And that's just holding on to that B. You're getting down to that major third of that B. A lot of those licks like that slide from the uh, two to the three of the major triads and then hit that. Right. This is kind of like caged stuff really put to work, right? And it goes from being just sort of this kind of fascinating system of memorization and exercises and so forth to like this is how you really use that stuff, and it can be very subtle, right? And having your triads able to go up and down the neck, and not just single note triads, but playing the shapes, you can just see that most of what I'm playing, if I block it out like that, are just caged shapes, right? And then slide in here, slide in there, a little bit of bending here and there. Watch this a couple of times, and maybe I'll do a follow up on this. I'll show you a couple of other licks, but try to just get that blocked out, right, in the way that I just kind of mapped it out for you, and just mess around. You're going to come up with cool stuff, I promise you. Let me know how it goes. Talk to you soon.